Hello, Can family. Hope everyone is doing good. Yes, Canada is changing, immigration policies are changing. New update, let's summarize it, let's break it down. What is this actual changes which is going to be implemented after 21st of January? So let's start from the study permit. So those individuals who are already studying in Canada, once again, if you are applying for a study permit extension, you don't even have to be worried. This is not for you. If you are already in Canada, who already studying even a 2-year program, if you wanted to apply for your spousal open work permit, you can still able to do that if it is before 21st of January. After 21st of January, unfortunately, that is not going to be possible until and unless you are doing a master's or PhD, or the list of courses which will be released by the CIC, which will be saying that these particular courses will be eligible for a spousal open work permit. Same thing what happened with the postgraduate open work permit approved courses. So now healthcare, agriculture, if you're going through transportation, yes, that will be eligible for postgrad open work permit. Maybe those kind of courses will be added to be eligible for a spousal open work permit also. Once again, let me make it very clear. This is for those applicants who are going to be applying for a spousal open work permit outland. It's not for the person who are inland. I will be making that very clear here. Now, second segment, let's talk about the major Can family group, those who are already on a postgrad open work permit and now they wanted to extend or wanted to apply for a spousal open work permit application. Before I go into that, let me make one thing very clear. Extension and spousal open work permit first time or outland application, these are two different applications. Always remember, a person who is applying for a spousal open work permit outside Canada always have a higher refusal rate, whereas those individuals who are applying for a spousal open work permit extension within Canada will have a lesser refusal. They usually get a refusal if the eligibility criteria is not met. So once again, two different applications. Outland applicants, yes, you have to get a NOC O or 1 kind of job. They are still giving an exception that even if you are under tier 2 and 3, you are still eligible to apply for a spousal open work permit or spousal open work permit extension for those kind of sectors which are needed for Canada. So for example, healthcare, there is a natural applied resources, construction, education, so early childhood educators, those kind of course, sports, military services. It's not yet clear. You need to wait to see that exactly what are the sectors, what are the NOC codes which will be eligible for a spousal open work permit, which again we will come to know later on. But as of today, let me tell you, there are three kind of individuals. One, if you are working under tier 0, 1, 2, 3, if you're applying from outside Canada, just put a good financial resources, put a strong reason that your spouse will go back, apply for an application before 21st of January. Second category would be those individuals who still on a postgrad open work permit, but they don't even have a tier 0, 1, 2, 3 kind of job. You might have seen in social media where a lot of immigration firms, a lot of immigration experts are saying that apply for a spousal open work permit as soon as possible. Please don't do that. It's your file, it's your spouse. So it's your responsibility to understand that are you eligible to apply as per the current scenario. So for example, under the 2023 and 2024, there was a time when even if the primary applicant who are on a postgrad open work permit working in tier 4 and 5 were eligible for applying for spousal open work permit. But as of 2025 January, they are no longer eligible to apply for spousal open work permit. From January 1st to 21st, if someone wanted to apply, I would 100% recommend that individual to get a full-time tier 0, 1, 2, 3 job. Even if you don't have a 3 pay stubs, that's fine. You can still include an explanation letter, offer letter saying that, okay, once under the processing, we will update the CIC with a proper offer letter and the pay stubs. That will work. But for example, if you are having a tier 4 and 5 kind of job, you're neither eligible to apply for spousal open work permit as per the old regulation, and nor you are going to be getting eligibility after 21st of January. So what it's going to be is after 3 to 4 months, you are again unfortunately seeing a refusal on your file after 21st of January, which is like most of the viewers wanted to get an answer. What are the solutions? So let me tell you. First of all, try to look for a job in NOC O and 1. Yes, I understand it's very difficult, but again, This is just one option. The second option which I would like to tell you is, even if you are working under a tier 2 and 3 in the priority sectors, you are eligible to do a spousal open work permit or spousal open work permit extension. Let me make it one thing clear, neither before nor now there is any kind of wage requirement there. Once again, even if you are working on a 17.25 as of today and you are working in tier 1, yes, you are eligible. If you are already working in those sectors which are qualified for a postgrad open work permit, you're studying in those three, don't follow the rumors. Look into the policy, because even though it is a tier 2 or 3, if it is under transportation, healthcare, applied science, natural resources, military sector, sports, like even the physiotherapy assistants, those kind of things, you're still able to bring your spouse to Canada. And again, your wage can be minimum, that's fine. Show some good money, which is very important, because always understand already the refusal rate when you're applying from an application from outside Canada is very high. So once you fulfill all the eligibility requirement, then only place your application. And if you think that the probability of refusal is less than 40% or 50%, or yes, it's 50-50, then it is your decision to make a guess that whether you want to proceed with the application. But trust me, if you're coming to me, I would be very honest to tell you, don't lodge the application if the refusal rate goes more than 60% or 70%, because once again, you don't want it to make the next application complicated just based upon the temporary measures of applying the application. Even today, I spoke to two of the clients who just wanted to submit their application, even though they don't even have a tier 0, 1 to 3 job. Now think about it. Putting an application is nothing. It just takes around like 1 to 2 days. It can be done. But now, once the decision comes on this, if the CIC officers see that, no, I'm going to make a decision based upon the submitted application, I'm not going to considering the updated application which one must have submitted after 2 to 3 months, guess what? You're getting a refusal. And once again, there the spouse has to go on a visitor record, cannot able to work until the person is going to get a work permit approved. Spousal open work permit may not be possible, because again, the regulation is now changing. One of the most important thing about the spousal open work permit policies tell about is, now even if the postgrad work permit holder have less than 16 months of a work permit valid, unfortunately those candidates are no longer eligible to apply for a new spousal open work permit application. Yes, you can do a PR application, but unfortunately, if your work permit limit is less than 16 months, there is no spousal open work permit. One of the most important thing, okay, what if my spouse is already in Canada? Will this policy influence? He's already in Canada or she's already in Canada. The person already have a work permit in 2026, 2027, because again, you do have a work permit till that. Why you even wanted to be concerned, or why you are even falling into the policy or the rumors which might make you believe that you are in risk? Please, not every policy or not every regulation change is going to influence you. You need to understand the specific criteria which is going to influence you. And last thing which I would like to explain earlier, and so if the dependent for postgrad work permit holder, if the age is higher, the person was eligible to apply for an open work permit. From 21st of January onwards, the dependent is not eligible to get an open work permit. But again, most of the applications which we do, the dependent usually comes on a study or a visitor record. So once again, that is not even bothering most of the CAN family member. But again, if you have any doubts related to any new immigration policy, first thing, call the CIC, Canadian Immigration Council. Don't treat them as a villain that, okay, no, they will just record the call or something. If you have a genuine question or concern, call the CIC. Second resource which you can use is your own college. Think about it. You have spent thousands and thousands of dollars to study a course. Your college is having the international office where there are immigration consultants. If your questions are very straightforward, try to go to your international office. Even though you are alumni student, you can still be eligible to get the services because you studied in that college. They can also able to help you with an updated policy. Once again, if they cannot able to answer that because of the limited knowledge, you can reach to any licensed immigration consultant or the lawyers. Those agents which are not licensed, those are lawyers, those fake immigration consultants from back home, they may not even understand how Canada works. So stay away from them. If you have a doubt, yes, you may need to spend a good money to get a proper consultation. But again, try to use the free resources like CIC, your college international office, and also YMCA. Every city do have a YMCA, try to approach them, because you can definitely able to get the information from there, because there are immigration consultants and lawyers who do pro bono services. But again, once again, last, because you are the valuable member of the CAN family, if you have any doubts or queries, comment below, contact our office. We try our level best to give you an optimal service what you are looking for.